Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back, y'all. Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a happy holiday. Child, we're going to get back into this thing, but if you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel, okay? It's a new year. Don't be like that. Don't be stingy, okay? It's your decision day, so decide to subscribe to the channel. But y'all, let's get into it if we're going to get into it, because I had enough nerve, the audacity, the unmitigated gall, the gumption to make this episode 2 hours. Let me tell you something, Married at First Sight people. Nobody told y'all to take a break last week. Now, I'm glad y'all did, because I wasn't going to review it no way. But how dare you come back and subject me to 2 damn hours of my life? Y'all threw me off. I thought y'all was going to go over and pan over to Keisha and I, Pulliam and them, and I was going to be able to do something else like edit this video. But now I'm here. And so let's get into it. Day 24 of marriage, Emily and Brennan. So if y'all remember last time we left off, Emily and Brennan were having a little bit of a spat because she was talking to him about the therapy of it all. And he was like, I ain't going. Hell no, we won't go. So they're at the shared apartment making homemade pizza after their little spat. And Emily tells him that she just wants him to open up and share more. So he tells her, you know, that touching exercise that Dr. Pia asked us to do, that was a little odd to me. So they flashed back to it. Now, Brennan, I'm with you when you're right. Because Dr. Pia was telling them, just get naked and touch each other. What are you saying, girl? That flashback, I would have been weirded out too. Because why would I want to hug you half naked when I barely wanted to move in with my spend a night bag? Absolutely not. So he wanted them to take it slow. He's like, why don't we try a hug first? She's like, right now? He said, yeah, bring it in. Then they shared a hug. Now, it was one of those hugs that you give your sports friends after y'all won the baseball game, honey. It wasn't giving nothing. It was giving, I saw my long lost cousin type hug. It was giving church hug, but it was a hug nonetheless. So she tells him that she's committed to figuring things out and she feels like it's worth it. He was like, same. Boy, goodbye. Moving forward. Michael. Child, he ain't even got nobody. It ain't Michael and somebody, just Michael. Michael is back on our screen. So Dr. P and Pastor C, they're meeting up with Michael because they feel bad, especially Dr. Peppers, because, you know, she matched him. Now, before anybody gets started, I already know it's not Dr. Peppers with an S, because somebody gonna try to be smart and correct me. I got that from Elijah Isaac and his neck tattoo on that season. Okay, so it's just an ode to Elijah. So anywho, honey, Dr. Pepper feel bad because she matched him. And you should. Okay, Master P, you should. Because nobody told you to match Michael with that runaway bride. Okay? And I still want to know who old girl is. Ma'am, show yourself. Come forward. We just want to talk to you. Now, some people say they done figured out who you are. Now, I'm not going to mess with you, but I just want you to show yourself. So, anywho, what I was thinking the whole time is we are supposed to be wrapping this damn thing up. Why is Michael back and wearing this crown that the runaway bride gifted him? Michael, why you back playing dress up on my screen? Huh? It's like, what now? I still want to be on TV? Oh, okay. So he comes on in, she comes on in. Pastor Cal's already there, whatever. Dr. Pepper tells him that she didn't pick up on anything with the bride. She didn't know this was going to happen. This is the first in Married at First Sight history. That's because y'all match these people based on zodiac signs and eye color. Take these people's lives seriously. This ain't nothing to play with. Y'all be matching people because their names start with an M. Oh, Michael and Mindy? Okay, great. It's a match. No, it is not. Y'all got to take these people's lives seriously. These are people's hearts. Y'all got Lauren falling down to her knees. We got to keep seeing Orion. This is too much. It's just too much. He tells them that he felt at one moment really bad because the woman that they matched him with didn't even want him. Michael, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Please do not internalize anything from this experiment. You are worthy of love, okay? This has no bearing on the type of man that you are. These people like to play, okay? They play all day and they like to play in y'all's face. But this has nothing to do with whether or not somebody in the real world would want you. So then Dr. Pepper asked if he would be willing to give it another go. Now, me personally, I wouldn't give them a chance to match my damn socks, but that's just me. Let alone match me for love. Baby, you messed up once, shame on you. Mess up twice, shame on me and my crown. Michael, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not going to do it. I did it. This man going to say, Well, I was thinking, and oh, child, I discovered things about myself during that process, and I realized I'm really ready for marriage. I'm ready. Like, I really am. So the answer is yes. Micheal, now you must be a glutton for punishment. I don't want to hear nothing. Get in here and sit down and don't touch nothing. Because when everything hits the fan, I don't want to hear from you. Okay? Because you should not have given these people a second opportunity to do this foolishness. But here we are. So then Pastor Cal asks, what kind of woman are you looking for? Now, when he was describing the woman and whatnot, y'all, I'm not going to lie. I swear he described me. But Micheal, I am emotionally unavailable at the moment. I'm emotionally unavailable. Do you hear me? He said he wanted somebody sweet, witty, and silly. If that ain't me, who is it? Okay? Y'all tell me that ain't me. Am I silly? Absolutely. Am I witty? Of course. And y'all done heard the reviews. Am I sweet as pie? Okay? A good old Southern girl. Now, why that man was describing me, I said, "Ooh, Micheal, honey, I'm not available, child." No, I'm just kidding. But anywho, he did say he wanted that though, y'all. That's not a joke. He said he wanted someone sweet, witty, and silly because he likes to laugh, and he wants a woman that can laugh. So they're pouring into him, which I think was nice. It's nice for his self-esteem and whatnot. It's a nice self-esteem booster. But y'all need to leave well enough alone. Y'all really do. Claire and Cameron. So these two are still saying one thing and doing another. They go for a little indoor ski date, trying to bring the fun back into whatever this is. I want these two to be honest and rip the Band-Aid off. That's what I want. Okay, I want y'all to just rip the Band-Aid off and be done with it. Maybe they need some of that paint that, what's his name? Dapper Dylan used on Kirsten. Y'all remember when he put that paint on Kirsten, was scrubbing her skin off like sandpaper? That seemed to get her mojo going, so maybe they need some... Oh my goodness. How can I be taken seriously? Maybe they need some paint, honey. Maybe the paint will get her motor running. So Claire says, she feels like Cameron has really just checked out. Has he? Because he's saying it's you. Which one of y'all checked out? And did y'all ever check in? Afterwards, after they get through with this, they sit down and they start talking. So Claire was like, it's just weird. He said, yeah, I can agree. It is weird. She said, I didn't sign up for a platonic marriage. She feels like they need to plan to have fun. He, on the other hand, is like, no, I'm not about to plan to have fun. She gets in the confessional line talking about, I just really don't know what's going on because he's just like a best friend to me. Oh, honey, that's the kiss of death. You're saying he's your best friend. So he's giving, so I'll call you my best friend. Shout out to Brandy. So that's your best friend? Girl, I'm not buying it. Moving forward. Becca and Austin. So Becca is crying, and I'm like, what's going on with you? Becca is crying, and she tells us that they talked about religion, and it didn't go too well, so now they need to talk to Pastor Calvin. So, baby, they get him on the line. Hello? He ain't got no glasses on, so you know it's finna go down. She starts telling Pastor Cal about them talking about heaven and hell, and he basically made her feel like hell was her destiny. So Pastor Cal asked if she believed that she was going to hell, and baby, she is so frantic. She's like, no, not really. She said, he said that if I died and we didn't go to the same place, that he would still love me. So Pastor Cal looking at them like, I know y'all didn't interrupt me on TikTok for this. I know y'all didn't call me off the pulpit for this mess. So he's sitting there looking perturbed because how dare y'all call him? Because y'all know they don't like to work. So Pastor Cal tells them, nobody has the right to tell anyone where they're going to go. Okay, he doesn't know where you're going. He feels like there are plenty of people that accept Jesus but don't live by the principles. And so Austin, he starts to bend a little bit when Pastor Cal says that. And he was like, well, I don't know I could also be agnostic. Keep it real, Austin. Okay? Keep it real. I think that seeing Becca torn up made him change his tune a little bit. But see, this is where y'all are going to have the problem because you have to be authentically you. Because when these cameras go down and you have this exact same conversation, then it's going to be a problem. So Pastor Cal is trying to breeze on past it. But Calvin, religion is a huge hurdle. And if he has her this torn up now, how is it going to be when they have children? How is that going to work? This is not a match for so many reasons. Okay, I could really list them all, but I really don't have the time. It's just not a match. And he's causing her to feel judged. And to be honest, she's going to start to resent him. It's just a mess. Certain things you really need to have the tough conversations about. And also on this questionnaire of 5,000 questions, because y'all claim y'all do such a huge vetting process, this season is heavily rooted in religion. So did you tackle those things on those questionnaires, or did you just pass them on through because they looked cute in the profile picture? Like, this is just a mess. So Becca tells Pastor Cal, well, Austin accidentally told me he loved me, but it was like a joke. Here go Pastor Cal. No, it's not a joke. Yes, it is. This whole thing is a joke because this man is not in love yet. Okay. He may love her like in a church way, but not in a relationship way. That man is not in love with Becca. And child, this is a disaster. So Pastor Cal hung up the phone with him, right? He has to go. So now they're talking and she's like, well, if you think I'm going to hell, then that's not a good feeling. He said, well, I don't really know what I think. Yes, you do, Austin. Yes, you do. The issue is y'all have been eating Fruit Loops and playing Mario Kart instead of getting down to the real damn issues. Y'all should have been talking about these things on the honeymoon or at least soon thereafter. And I know Becca is freaking out because she really wants Austin. She really wants things to work and she sees how much they have in common. But this is just something that sometimes is a non-negotiable. And in all honesty, Austin gonna be secretly judging. That's what I feel. In the next scene, Lauren goes over to visit Claire. Oh, Lord. Why do I have to see Orion on my screen again? Him and his book of lies, they over there sitting with Cam. So Cameron is telling Orion a little bit of his business, and he's listening to Orion's BS as well. So Cam is telling him, Claire is sending mixed signals. I don't really know if she's attracted to me. She doesn't know if I'm attracted to her. Meanwhile, Claire is still on this. I don't know if he's attracted to me. Ma'am, he brought you every single floral bouquet arrangement or whatever that was. He was carrying up the steps when he had to go get his eye or his hair fixed or whatever he was doing. The man is attracted to you. He has said it over and over again. And all he really want to do is have marital sex, if we really want to be real. Now, I do think that he's attracted to her, but both of you want the opposite aesthetically. And on camera, you're pretending like you don't. You are not aesthetically pleased with what you see with Mr. Bike Man. Okay, Mr. Schwinn does not float your boat. And according to Claire, Cameron, you ain't fooling her. Okay, because she is not what you want either. Because he said that he wanted somebody with a big butt or somebody with not a big butt, honey, something with the butts. But either way it go, Claire ain't got what he looking for. So y'all can stop playing on my screen, okay? I don't have time. Moving forward. So here comes Orion, baby. Now this right here was a fool. Orion gonna say, I wish I had advocated more for myself, just a little bit more. But what I want you to do is I want you to stand up for yourself. Don't be so excited when she tries to pull you back in. Orion, you are the poster child for misery loves company. There is no reason for anybody in their right mind to take your damn advice. You advocated yourself right up out of a marriage. Okay, you advocated if you didn't do nothing else. Talking about I should have advocated for myself a little bit more. That's all you did. That's the reason why y'all are not together. Like, what are you talking about? Now you want Cameron to be single because you single. Meanwhile, Lauren is telling Claire, girl, don't give up. Child, it's the blind leading the blind. Moving forward. Claire and Cameron. So she tells us that they won't be celebrating their anniversary because everybody's getting ready for the 1 month anniversary. She's telling us they won't be celebrating. Well, that's the first right thing y'all done all season. It's nothing that's happening on this season that you should be celebrating except the end of it. So I think you all made the right choice. Don't be playing around. If you don't want to celebrate, then don't celebrate. Becca and Austin. So they get a card about celebrating their 1 month anniversary, and it's a video of their wedding. And I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, it seems so promising. Child, what a difference a month makes. They were my favorite wedding, but everything is falling apart. Everything is falling apart. Brennan and Emily. So they're going someplace talking about how fast the month went and, shooting the breeze as they go up this mountain. And when they got out of their car, I said he would take her to the Devil Ranch. I said, what is the Devil Thumb Ranch? It's only fitting for a person like Brennan. So they're going horseback riding in the snow, which I thought was beautiful. This will be an awesome anniversary excursion if they actually liked each other for real. Because I was looking at it, I said, oh, baby. And that scenery was breathtaking. It really was. Now, I'm not a cold type of girl. I don't like a whole bunch of layers. I don't want to wear no North Face jackets, honey. I don't want to wear no snow boots. I don't like all that. But I do love the scenery. Like, I would like to go someplace like Denver in the wintertime when it's snowing and there are snow-capped mountains and things like that, or Utah, someplace very nice for the wintertime, but I don't want to be cold. So I want to see it, but I don't want to be cold at the same time. But anywho, it was pretty. And Brennan done bonded with this horse, and the horse's name is Gucci. I said, Gucci. He done bonded more with that horse than he did with Emily. Him and Gucci were Gucci. Get it? Gucci. Brennan will bond with anyone as long as it's not Emily and her tape ends. Baby, this right here is a fool. Over on the other side, we see a little mini cam of Cameron, and he's bike riding solo. Cause what Claire thought this was? Huh? What you thought this was? You thought he wasn't gonna celebrate his 1 month anniversary on his bike? Girl, you are sadly mistaken. Becca and Austin. So they're going ice skating. Austin said, they built a foundation to talk about the tough topics. Are you sure? Because Becca was crying like she had already made it to the pearly gates. Like, what are you talking about? The men this season are very aware of the cameras. They say whatever to sound good. Stop saying whatever you think sounds good, because we can see through it. Well, honey, I know I can, and y'all ain't fooling me. Y'all ain't got no serious foundation. Y'all have zero foundation. So afterwards, he tells her, he's loved doing this experimental marriage with her, and he's excited about their relationship moving forward. So Becca tells him she appreciates him pushing past him, not having the same beliefs as her, because most guys just do what she wants them to do. And he is actually standing in what he says that he believes. Oh, child. Wrap this up. Okay, y'all wrap this up by January 31st. Honey, new year, new me. And I'm not going and taking y'all into February. February is love month. Y'all don't love each other. Therefore, I want y'all to go. Okay? Wrap this up now. Wrap this up. Wrap it up. Brennan and Emily. So they go for dinner, and Emily is telling him, she had a really good week. She's like, oh my gosh, it went really good. Like better than I thought it would. What's she say that for? He has to bring the room down, bring the strength down in the room. So he gonna say to her, it's been okay, but I have to be absolutely honest. It hasn't been the best. But you've made it comfortable enough for me to want to stay there. But in the past, I would have ran from a red flag. So she looks at him. She says, so I'm a red flag? Y'all, come closer. Come closer, come closer, come closer, come closer, come closer. Okay, y'all here? This man said, yeah, it's uncomfortable. Check, please. When I tell y'all I wouldn't have ate another piece of that steak, I wouldn't have ate another crouton off that Caesar salad, I would have gotten up and I would have left him sitting right there. So Emily is the red flag. Not you and your controlled temper on camera. Okay. Not you and that light switch that you call emotion. Not you and wanting to control the narrative. Not you being you. You're not the red flag. Emily is. Oh, baby, you cannot make this up. Emily, I do not know what is wrong with you, my dear. But if I were you, I would cut my losses. What person in their right mind would sit there and allow someone to say in their face, well, yeah, you're a red flag. It's uncomfortable. Girl, oh my gosh. So then he says, but I am trying. And she's just sitting there smiling. She is just sitting there smiling. So she said, well, I want to know more about this running thing. Like, are you immediately into other people? Tell me about the immediate sparks that you had with other people. He said, well, I'm just going to take it day by day and see where it goes. So Emily is confused because it has been given step by step, day by day. Honey, it's been given that. So what are you even saying? What are you talking about, Brennan? She doesn't get it. Emily, let me help you, baby. He doesn't like you, sweetie. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to you. He doesn't like you. He's just not that into you. I need you to watch that movie. If you have not seen that movie, you're a little bit younger. So if you have not seen that movie, please go watch. He's just not that into you. Or you can watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Or you can watch Think Like a Man. I'm going to need you to take a pic of either one of them. Or watch Waiting to Exhale. And watch how Angela Bassett walked away from that car when it was up in flames. I'm going to need... Baby, I'm going to need you to get it started, okay? He doesn't like you, my sweet baby. He doesn't. He's just trying to make it to decision day. Then he gonna change his damn number. Emily, nah, girl, get it together. Claire and Cameron. So Claire tells us that Cameron sent her a text message saying that he wasn't coming home because he's getting too attached to her. So then she get in the confessional. She claiming to be sad and crying and whatnot. I said, girl, anyway, Claire, did y'all even try? What is wrong with y'all? I'm confused on what the issue is with the two of them. I really am. I feel bad for her because I think she was faking it until she made it. But Cameron is not down for the differences on and off camera. And he getting tired of playing this little game. Cameron, what I'm going to need you to do is come pick up your bike and pedal your tail into the sunset. Because, sir, what? A text message? That's just disrespectful. You could have at least come home and said, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and stay at my place. I'm going to stay in my basement for the night. I'm not coming back. Like, really and truly, it's both of y'all. Moving forward. Austin. So he's on FaceTime with Lindsay, who is Becca's friend, and he's telling her about the issues that they're having with religion. So he's telling her what he was taught when he was younger is, as a believer, you don't accept Jesus, then you go to hell. And he asked her what she, believes because she's Catholic. And she says that she has a different interpretation of hell. She feels like it's being separated from God. But with a person as sweet as Becca, she does not believe that Becca will go to hell. So then he says, well, I'm open to growing and learning more. Now, I don't know if Becca and Austin are going to get past this because I feel like this is a serious conversation that needs to be had. But I think that that's something that they should have talked about before they matched the two of them. Because that's serious. Y'all got to raise children together. And Becca is falling apart. On top of her already having health issues, we haven't even went into, okay, I think she has endometriosis or PCOS. It's one of them. She has something. I don't want to get it wrong. And that can affect her having children. How many kids does he want? Is she able to give that to him? There are a lot of things that y'all have not talked about yet. And this one right here is a big one. In the next scene, Michael and his friends go out for drinks. So he's telling them that he talked to the experts, but he feels that they took accountability and they were empathetic to him. So then he brings up him potentially being rematched. He wants to know their thoughts. Now his friend, I do not remember her name, but his friend is like, I don't trust it. Okay, I do not trust them. They need to make changes to whatever process they use to match people. Because this is not pleasant. This is not enjoyable. And in my eyes, she is the MVP of the entire season. We can wrap it up right here. Friend, I do not know your name. I am so sorry. I do not remember your name. But you are the MVP of this entire season because absolutely you are speaking your speech with a whole lot of sense. So the friends aren't down for it at all. Michael is trying to convince them. Michael, don't be desperate. I know it's a cute girl at some of these bars around Denver that will talk to you. Why do you have to go on Married at First Sight unless you just want to be on TV? Because why would you subject yourself to that for a second time? So Dr. Pepper shows up. Hey, girl. And his friend let it be known, girl, I don't want my friend going through something like that again. Why would y'all do that? So then Dr. Pepper says, well, guess what, Michael? Because, girl, I'm not listening to you. We've been doing this for umpteen seasons, and that's never happened. Okay, so back up. Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. Baby, Dr. Pepper want her to back the hell up. So Dr. Pepper says, listen, we found what you're looking for. And so she asked him if he was willing to get Married at First Sight again. And he says yes. Baby, this season is doing any old thing. Do y'all hear me? It is ridiculous. They are pulling people. Hell, I probably could have been on there. This season is falling apart. He needs to be matched with Lauren. If he is getting matched, match him over there with Lauren so I can see Orion blow up into a puff of smoke. Oh, I would just love it. Can y'all imagine Michael and Lauren showing up to that reunion? It's all or nothing. And they married. And Orion sitting there with that long neck of his and them glasses fogged up, furious. Okay? Because how dare she? Oh, honey, that would be so good. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all like to play with people in the wrong way. If y'all gonna wreak havoc, wreak it in the right way and put two people together that might be worth something. Oh, child, that would be good to me. Do y'all hear me? So everyone is having a group dinner. I'm sure this one is finna go downhill. Everybody's getting ready. They get to the group dinner. Cameron and Claire, they're going to be seeing each other for the first time since he sent that text message. Everyone is dressed for a different occasion. Cameron is looking like he just took that shirt out the dryer. And you can tell Brennan, he don't give a damn. Baby, he got a hoodie on. He couldn't even be bothered to put a real shirt on. I said, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like a petulant child? Put your clothes on you right. So they sit down to eat. And so Becca was like, what advice would you all give yourselves if you could go back? So Emily said, to ride the wave, but be prepared for the ripples. Brennan is still sitting there looking disgusted. Cameron says, no matter how hard it is, it will get harder. So everybody starts laughing. Ha ha ha. Oh, Cameron. I'm sorry, but I'm waiting for Emily to cuss Brennan out. I was listening to everybody else, but I am waiting on Emily to cuss Brennan out. Oh, and let me say this to you, Orion, because I forgot to say this. It's mighty funny to me how you held Lauren's feet to the fire and nailed her to the cross because of something she accidentally, unknowingly offended you by saying, and apologized profusely. But you gonna sit in Cameron's face, who said something about the reservation and made no qualms about letting it be known that he stood 10 toes down on what he said and he didn't care how it made you feel. You sit with him and give him advice? You are a real weasel. Okay? I just want to let you know that. Now let's continue, honey, because I'm still waiting on Emily to cuss Brennan out. These sad meetups, I think I'm going to lead them in 2023. I think I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. Honey, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So Emily goes, what is everyone most nervous about after, the first month? Cameron says the fallout. So everybody's like, ooh, don't say that. He feels like his marriage has been misaligned and he's been waiting for them to be on the same page, but he feels like they will be on the same page soon. These men are driving me crazy. Cameron, are you in or are you out? How can you be waiting to get on the same page soon and you sent her a text message that was basically a millennial's version of a Dear John letter? Like, what are you talking about? Okay, you're trying to play these games and you're trying to force her into what you want her to do by manipulating her with these text messages and staying away and hoping that she'll pull you back in, because you said when you sat with Orion, as soon as I try to leave, she's going to say she wants me there. That's exactly what you want. You want the push and pull. You want the tug of war, and it's getting on my nerves. Okay, it's getting on my nerves. So Emily said, no, y'all should ask what you want as a couple. So Cam goes, oh, okay, well, let's decide on the count of 3. So everybody's like, no. He said, we're going to decide if we want a divorce on the count of 3. Cameron, I think I'm going to participate as well, because on the count of 3, I want all of you to go your separate ways. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. So they decide they want to go their separate ways. Now, I do not think that he was going to say that, but play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's how I felt, because she immediately said separate. And he was like, step get together, parade. Honey, he didn't know what to say. He really wanted to say stay together, but she said separate. So he went with separate as well. This is just crazy. But I feel like it's for the best, because they were not compatible. They just were not. And then he got some weird secret thing going on. I don't know if it's dad. I don't know. It's something very secretive about Cameron. He's not all squeaky clean, and he ain't fooling me. So then he tells her, he put his dog down, and I don't know. He said something about his dog. It was just too much. He said he didn't regret doing that, and he doesn't regret being married to Claire. So neither of them have regrets. At this point, we don't need a decision day. Okay? Emily and Brennan. Brennan can't stand you, Emily. Okay? He can't stand you. Hasn't been able to stand you since you made that joke. So y'all are out. Lauren and Orion, it's a no. Michael, you gonna let them play in your face again? But for now, you're a no. Cameron and Claire, you're a no. Becca, you don't know if you're going up or down, and Austin won't take off his hats, and it's just really touch and go. So you're a possible. Okay, you're a possible, and that's it. What is this? Meanwhile, Brennan is still on mute. So Emily is growing more frustrated. Girl, let him have it. She's like, I really don't want to get mad at him and go off at this table. Do it. Girl, go off. Listen, we will not judge you for standing up for yourself. So baby, they get their food. And so Claire asked, if Emily and Brennan saw a future together. He said, we're taking it day by day. That's not the question that she asked you. You and your rehearsed answers are not cutting it. It's a yes or a no. Do you see yourself with her in the future? Yes or no? Yay or nay? Huh or nah? Do you? Like, what is wrong with you? So then he says, I appreciate her being resilient, AKA I appreciate you being an emotional punching bag. I'm going to take you through it until I tell you no and further humiliate you at the reunion. Okay, that's what he's really saying to you, Emily. Okay. And he about to piss me off. Because leave my Emily alone now. Leave her alone now. Okay. Leave her alone. I just feel like this is torture. Emily, I got to get on YouTube, baby, because you ain't paying attention. He has told you over and over in no uncertain terms, honey. I would have went to the restroom and demanded an Uber. I would be done. So Claire goes behind Emily. And Emily's outside upset. Emily is telling Claire that she's frustrated. And Claire is telling her, girl, you don't deserve this. You need to walk away. If he's not going to respect you, then walk away. So Emmy's like, I'm not walking away. Girl, I don't know why. Baby, these boots are made for walking. You need to leave him. So they're all getting ready to leave. And he wants to know why she's upset. Because he cares about her. Yeah, right. You care about you and only you. You care about how you're being represented on this show. You care about your reputation. And that is it. So she starts telling him, I just don't deserve this. No, you don't, Emily. You don't deserve it. Listen, I know you don't have another relationship to gauge it off of, but hun, this is a fool. It is nothing to hold on to. He doesn't have to say it. He's showing it. Okay. Like at a certain point, you have to wake up and read the room. Like let it go and use all of that energy on somebody that's going to care about you. He called you a red flag to your face. How much more can he express himself? I feel like Brennan is getting a kick out of seeing her hurt. Because he can solve all of this by just saying, listen, it's not going to work. I can't get over myself. It's not you, it's me. Okay, you said you were a party girl and I can't get down with it. So for me, that's not the type of wife that I want. So it's not going to work. But just sitting there on mute, that is so frustrating. But Emily, baby, that alone is an answer. Sometimes silence is an answer. No answer is an answer. Day 31 of marriage. So they're on their way back to the shared apartment and they tell everyone that they're going back to their own spaces, which is Claire and Cameron. They're like, yeah, we're just going to go back to our own homes. They get back to the apartment and Cam is talking about, well, I kind of wanted to work it out. Sir, what? What are you talking about? They get back to the apartment and their wedding album is there. Now, y'all, don't let these pictures pull you back in. It's giving tug of war. Now, I'm happy that y'all can at least laugh about it and have a good kiki. And I knew that y'all would be the best of friends, but that's it. That's all. Claire tells him, I'm just really ready to move forward separately. So he packs his bags and we're down to 2 couples and a possible. But baby, on the previews, the only person left is Austin's hat. And that was the end of the episode. This is about the saddest. And you know what? Yes, relationships are hard, even when you do know the person. So getting married at first sight, that's something that's like, that's a double whammy. So I'm not going to be too hard on them, but this isn't even enjoyable. You know how you have some couples and yeah, it may not work and this may be going on in this relationship, but it could possibly be turned around. Nothing about this season is enjoyable. It's gloom and doom from episode 1 to episode 11. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. It was 2 hours, which is why this review is so long, honey. It's throwing us back to season 12. Y'all remember when the seasons used to be 2 hours long? So now we're back. Hopefully they don't do this again, honey, because I got other things to do. Meet me on another review. And Happy New Year to y'all again. We will start to have our lives again. And I promise to do many more lives because I want to connect to y'all more than I did last year. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Thank y'all for watching. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.